Ever stumble upon a conversation where people are shouting about seeds, brackets, and Cinderella stories and think you have accidentally wandered into a gardening convention gone rogue, or maybe a very intense Disney movie discussion? Well, you were not entirely wrong about the intensity. Hi, I am Yash Bharadwaj, and today I am going to tell you about an annual phenomenon known as March Madness. For all of us who find the word competitive, it was slightly bewildering. So, what exactly is March Madness anyway? It sounds like something you would catch if you forget your midness in early spring. But trust me, it's a whole different kind of, well, madness. Let's break it down. It's a At its heart, March Madness is a college basketball tournament. We were talking about the big league of college hoops, the NCAA division. Men's basketball tournament, where teams battle it out to be the crown of national champion. This all unfolds the springtime, mostly during the month of March, though the nail-biting conclusion often spills into the first week of April. Now, imagine a massive single elimination reality show. You have got 68 contestants in this case college basketball teams entering the arena. With each game someone get dramatically voted off the island, or losses and goes home. Only one team survives all the athletic drama to be declared the national championship. I repeat, to be declared the national championship. Now, oh, and just so you know, there's a women's tournament too, and it's often just a thrilling, also falling under the March Madness umbrella. So, how do these 68 teams get chosen for this grand basketball showdown? Well, 32 of them automatically qualify by winning their respective conference tournament. Think of it earning your spot with sweat and maybe a few lucky bounces. The other 36 men's and 32 women's receives that are called at large bids. This is where selection committee steps in, like the judges on a hypothetical reality show, and chooses the teams they deem worthy based on their performance throughout the season. Think of it as getting a golden ticket. Some earn it on the court, some just know the right people on the committee who appreciate a good free throw percentage and a compelling team mascot. Yes, this is called a energy. Once the 68 teams are in, they were placed into a bracket. Imagine a giant flowchart of hopes and dreams that will hilariously destroyed within a week. This bracket usually visually represents the entire tournament, showing the path each team needs to take reach the ultimate goal, the championship game. Within this bracket, the teams are seeded or ranked from 1 to 16 in each four different regions. The number one seeds are like the uh, valedictorians of college basketball, expected to as every past test 16 seeds well, happy to be there. Like one student who shows a final exam without ever attending a lecture. That typical first round match will one seed playing 16 seed, and generally the expectation is that a higher ranked team will win. But it's the March Madness, folks. So expectations are about as a real life as the weather forecast in April. As the weather changes and excited as this March Madness also. Now, why it's called Madness? This is where things get really fun. The tournament is single elimination, one loss, and your team championship dreams are over. This high stake win or go home format leads to a glorious amount of unpredictability. Lower ranked teams frequently pull off stunning upsets against higher ranked teams, turning the bracket into a chaotic mess of crossed out names. We even had 16 seed, 1 seed twice in the history of men's tournament. Just like finding a unicorn that can also do your taxes. This is where we get those beloved Cinderella stories, those unexpected teams, often from a smaller conference with the lower seeds that make improbable runs deep into tournament. Imagine a 11 seed, a team most people hadn't even heard of, suddenly making it all the way to the final four. It's like local librarian suddenly winning a weightlifting competition against a professional bodybuilder and then going to win entire championship. Nobody saw it coming. Expect maybe the librarian who secretly had a killer workout routine and a deep-seated grudges against overly muscled individuals that today I will gonna show you. Okay, this whole unpredictability nature leads to a national obsession with filling out tournaments brackets. Millions of people, from die-hard fans to those who haven't watched a single basketball game all year, try to predict the winners of every single game. There are office pools, Nasha contests, bragging rights on the line. The odds of getting perfect bracket are astronomically low. We were talking about chances roughly the same as being stuck lightning while riding a unicorn. Twice by simultaneously winning the lottery. In fact, no one has ever verifiable field of perfect bracket. Yet every year, millions of people suddenly become basketball experts, meticulously analyzing states and making bold prediction based on team colors, which mascot looks angry or only have a colorful crafted bracket completed imploded by the end of first weekend. It's a beautiful chaotic mess, and water cooler becomes a graveyard of the shattered dreams of the people and the team. Now, let's quickly go over some of the lingo you might hear during the match. The Sweet 16 sounds like a teenage birthday party, but it's actually the round of the final 16 teams left winning for the championship. Then you have Elite 8. Even fewer teams remain, just 8. They were considered elite of the tournament. The regional championship fancy after that, it's the final four. The last four teams standing. This is a big showdown, a culmination of all the matches like final boss battle of the tournament, when legends are made and finally buzzer beaters. The Holy Grail and March Madness, a shot made right before the game ends, often in dramatic fashion, turning ordinary players into instant heroes or villains, depending on which you were rooting or hooting for. So there you have it. March Madness completely logical? Absolutely not. Does it make perfect sense? Not even close. But it's incredibly entertaining. Definitely will my bracket have a perfect? Probably not until unicorns start playing basketball and follow my expert. But hey, that's the madness style. Now go forth and pretend you know what you were talking about. So that's all for now. Thank you and God bless you. And please subscribe my channel for this kind of um, madness in the future.